Creatrix is this process that releases women from their deepest emotional, psychological blocks that are holding them back in life. So what I mean is it will take away the emotional charge from past events that cause a woman to actually not have that memory keep being dredged up. Okay, so it doesn't matter what emotions are around the issue. It doesn't matter how bad the story was. It doesn't really matter. It works that way. And how it does it is in a beautiful way where the person goes on a story. No, it's not a meditation like you've ever experienced. It's not visualization like you've ever experienced. It's not hypnotherapy. Okay, it's kind of unhypnosis because you've actually got to undo what you believe that causes you to feel so much pain. Okay, so it's done through Creatrix, and Creatrix is a process that means you don't have to even talk about the story, and we're not even working on you. That's why we don't have to be able to train you to understand minds and brains and how we tick. It's a beautiful story that just you taken on a journey. The facilitator asks you certain questions and you just get epiphany after epiphany after epiphany until you kind of open your eyes and you're like, geez, that was silly, wasn't it? So that's what Creatrix is. It's not NLP. It's a new, 100% new designed process for the female brain and how we work. It fits us. It fits us like a glove. It's actually an even enjoyable experience, and yet it can be done on some of the worst traumas, such as brutal gang rapes. It's certain things that women really suffer because of their gender, but it would work on anything regardless. But what it's most useful for is because it reinstalls the resources, like the epiphanies are kind of wake-up moments, wake-up calls. That installs in the back of your mind new strategies. Okay, so that's what will happen. If you get re-triggered, you will talk yourself up and out of that place. So you can't stay down for very long at all once you're creatrixed. Okay, and you can't go backwards because we got to the root. It's not your issue. It's an issue with the filters that you're wearing, that you see the world through. Now, whether those filters came from conditioning, it doesn't matter. Whether you might think it's just through nature, it doesn't matter. There's something called epigenetics, which just means you, having not only inherited knobby knees like Nuna, you actually inherit past traumas not resolved. So it's kind of, no, it's not past life regression. No, it's not rebirthing. It's nothing woo-woo, far out, freaky or anything. It's based on the science of epigenetics. There's an epigenetic university in every state of Australia and in almost every country on the planet. They are everywhere. It is more modern science than genetics, okay? Because the gene is what they've always thought you're predestined. If this is just your lot in life. It's actually not true. Epigenetics just says that the genes are given an instruction and we work on that instruction, if that makes sense. So you can trust that your facilitator knows enough to just take you on a storyline. And because we're not addressing your traumas, it's really safe. We don't even work on you. So this beautiful journey the mind goes on just undoes your problems. It can break intergenerational cycles because once you know better, you can't go back. You can't unknow what you know that you discovered as your own truth. So that's the power of Creatrix. So if a facilitator approaches you to have Creatrix, you can really trust that this is simple. The reason they don't need to be a psychologist is because it's not psychology. Okay? It's not. It's 1,000 times easier because all they have to do is take your mind on a little journey and that's it. Okay? That's all they have to be able to do. All right? So sign up now and get your issues dealt with so that you can finally move forward in life. My name's Mash Sherma. I innovated Creatrix after 23 years now. where I've been in the personal development and empowerment industry. And about a decade ago, I realized that psychology is not getting the results women require and need, because deep within women is suppression that we inherited in our gender. And it's that feeling of not being good enough. You know it if you're a woman, you do, because there's areas in your life you feel not good enough. Well, we have that a lot more than men do, a lot more than men do, because they didn't inherit centuries and centuries of gender suppression, being pushed down to be told you're the weaker sex, you know. So that's at the level we're working. That's why you'll see all over the internet where we're getting results psychology can't get. We're getting results counselling can't get. We're getting results for women that NLP and hypnosis and timeline processes cannot get. So have a go. If you've tried everything else, then you need to try this one, because this was created because of all of the lack of results of what exists out there. So hurry up and Creatrix it.